This is the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less. Ever wish you could re-listen to your favorite interview or segment? Do you enjoy hearing older shows for the first time in years? Then the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less is just what you need. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show.
Welcome to this edition of the best moments of the BBQ Central Show in 10 minutes or less. I am your host, John Solberg, and this show is being brought to you by The Butcher Shop. The Butcher Shop is home of the A9 Master Cold Bay briskets, where they are always handpicked for you. This father and son team has operated this retail meat market in Pensacola, Florida for the past 15 years. Kevin and Jordan ship nationwide to the biggest names in barbecue. The A9 brisket won both sides of the American Royal, and that happened in 2019. They also ship some of the finest prime, dry-aged, Australian Wagyu, and Japanese Wagyu steaks to people just like you and me who aspire to be the kings of their backyards. The Butcher Shop always has Berkshire, Compart Duroc, Allegiance Duroc, and Prairie Fresh all-natural pork in stock, and again, they are always handpicked for you. Now, are you into wild game items such as bison, venison, elk, ostrich? What about some camel? Have you been searching for those 10 to 12 pound boneless turkey breasts featured on How to Barbecue Right? The Butcher Shop has them. They are in stock and they are ready to ship to you today. So whether you are looking for the best competition, briskets, ribs, pork butts, or you just want to have a better option to cook at home, give the Butcher Shop a call today. 850-458-8782. That's 850-458-8782. Or you can get a hold of them on their Facebook page, facebook.com/The Butcher Shop. Shop is spelled S-H-O-P-P-E. And here's what's going on today. From January 25th, 2011, it's all Greg Rempe. I can't really describe it. You just got to listen to it. Let's go. Here's Greg Rempe from January 25th, 2011.
To me, that makes it a little bit more digestible. Of course, I would like to think I have thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of people listening to the live show every Tuesday. But look, I'm realistic. I understand that it's kind of a chore to get your ass in front of a computer and then sit down and listen for longer than 15 minutes. I mean, you really got to like this stuff. Really got to like this stuff to sit here and bother with me for 2 hours out of your Tuesday. So I certainly appreciate that. And I do want to make special mention, and I do want to give special thanks to all the people that are doing it live. Not to discount the people that are doing it during the podcast, because look, it's inherently more convenient for somebody to subscribe to the iTunes feed, dock it up once or twice a week, and magically through the connections and tubes of the internet, the show updates all by itself. I have no idea how that happens, but it certainly does. And now this person has the latest edition of whatever the Barbecue Central radio show episode was, and maybe they're flying on a plane, or maybe they are driving 3 or 4 hours to some work location, and instead of listening to the radio, they plug the show and they listen to me. They listen to me? What? These guys are going to be driving off the road, falling asleep. Ridiculous. These are the fans that we have. These are the fans that are listening to the show that have, it just continues to marvel me, the amount of people that are actually into barbecue and into grilling so much that they will subscribe to the show and then they listen to it to fill their day. It makes me incredibly humbled, and I'm proud, and that's why I continue to try and strive and bring you guys great programming, great guests, insightful guests, people that are bringing something strong. You'd notice with my recurring guests, it's something that's always fresh, and they're always kind of bringing something new to the table, and they're kind of out there on the forefront. I don't want people trapped inside of a box that are not outside the box thinkers. I want people that are there to evolve and change with the show, and I think the regular contingent of recurring guests kind of fit that mold, and that's why I have them on the show. And then, of course, we cover the competition aspect. We cover recipes, obviously. We did that last hour. We have accessory makers and grill manufacturers. We try and touch every single portion of the segment that we possibly can in order to bring you the most well-rounded show. And, of course, I have my mindless banter and my mindless opinions on certain things, and I think that's why they pay me the big bucks to go ahead and lay out there. What can I say? I mean, it continues to humble me. So, and I continue to believe that at some point, somebody might hear the show, somebody might stumble across the show, or realize that barbecue is not just something that is a fad. It's getting on television. It's getting on cable. I have a distinct feeling that if perhaps barbecue was overrun by midgets and parolees and pit bulls, then I would be on radio like crazy right now, because I would have access to all the midgets and parolees and pit bulls that are out there. But there just doesn't seem to be a overabundance of midgets in barbecue, although they're taking over reality television like crazy. Them and pit bulls. Can somebody please explain to me what the thought process is? This is where we start to sidebar a little bit, but can somebody please tell me what the thought process is? When you put small people, we call them midgets where I come from. When you put a midget with a pit bull, have you seen the show on Animal Planet? It's called Pit Boss. The first time I heard about it, I wasn't actually watching it. I was hearing Pit Boss, and I thought Vegas, and it's going to be a show about a bunch of pit bosses in casinos and what they have to deal with every night. And then I finally saw like what it was, and there was a guy that if he was 2 feet, if he was an inch, and he's handling a pit bull. A freaking pit bull that is twice his size, maybe 3 times his size when he's standing on his hind leg, and can easily outweigh this guy by 60 or 70 pounds. And this guy is out saving pit bulls that could easily take this guy out and all of it. But of course, to make it more awkward or weird or whatever it is, this guy's staff. And what's his name? Shorty. That's the guy's name. The guy that owns Pit Boss, Save the Pit Bulls business. His guy's name is Shorty, which is, again, a weird name. I mean, what the hell? And all the people that work for him are midgets. What are we doing? Shorty, go ahead and take the 150-pound pit bull, that has 50 pounds on you, out for a walk. And then what happens when the pit bull decides to make a 180 and take a run at Shorty? Shorty's not going to fare very well when the pit bull decides to take his jaws and latch onto his throat and pull it out with relative ease. That's not going to go well for Shorty. That's not going to go well for your host here behind the microphone, let alone a guy that I have 3 feet on and roughly 125 pounds. The pit bull is going to kill me. The pit bull is going to eat Shorty for lunch and shit him out in 5 minutes. Okay, I don't like that show. It gets me very, very scared when little people are handling animals that are 3 times their size. What's the fascination? And then there's the little couple, the littlest couple in the world. Where's the fascination with little people? And I get it. I know one of you guys just said that, let's face it. I think it was Smokin' Ronnie said, let's face it, midgets are funny. I don't know if they're funny, but there's something to look at. I mean, you can't tell me that you're not in there in a grocery store one day, or you're in a department store and you see a midget walk by and, man, your fascination is caught. And you don't want to admit it. You're sitting there and you're like, wow, dude is short. Look at that. I mean, he's got like a regular size head, but the body's real short. And how do they drive? And what the hell? And then you have the midgets that are having babies. Man, I never thought that little people would be hitting it as much as they are right now in terms of reality TV success. But really, if you're dating a midget, or if you're a midget and you want to get on television, all you have to do is submit a resume right now, and you can get on like any freaking channel you want, ASAFP, and that's no lie. They are dominating between that and parolees with pit bulls. Those people are really dominating the reality TV market. I think we need to get more realistic stuff happening. What happened to television that reality TV is overtaking all of this stuff? I don't get it. Oh, boy. Brian, I would rather see more of Betty White. Not more of Betty White, in the carnal sense, but now that's an American treasure right there, is Betty White. She's American treasure. She's very funny. I love her. But yeah, I don't want to see more, I want to see more of Betty White by any stretch of the imagination.
See what I mean? How do you describe that one? I have no idea. Betty White, midgets. Where does that come from that man's brain? Unbelievable. You know what else is unbelievable? You can get quality A9 briskets from the butcher shop. They have a lot of other product they can get to you, frozen shipping. They're good at it. Look them up over at Facebook, facebook.com/thebutchershop, shop being spelled SHOPPE. And don't forget, if you want to join the Really Big Barbecue Central Show live, head on over to the BBQ Central Show and figure out all the ways that you can do that. The Big Barbecue Central Show is the original streaming barbecue and grilling show on the planet. Go check it out. Until next time on the best moments of the Barbecue Central Show in 10 minutes or less, I'm your host, John Solberg. I look forward to talking to you again soon.